How to make green tea latte. Green tea lattes are rich in antioxidants and other health benefits, making them a great way to energize your mind and boost your immune system. The drink requires a powdered form of green tea known as matcha, and you can prepare it in both hot and iced forms. Hot green tea latte, traditional version. Sift the green tea powder. Add the matcha to a mug capable of holding at least 8 ounces, 250 milliliters, passing the powder through a small sifter as you do. Matcha powder typically clumps up during storage, but sifting the powder into your cup should break up these clumps and make the green tea easier to dissolve. Short, wide cups work better than tall, skinny cups. You'll need to manipulate the ingredients inside the cup using whisks and other tools, and fitting these tools into the cup will be easier when the cup has a wide mouth. Heat the water. Fill a tea kettle with a small amount of water, then bring it to a near boil on the stove. Remove it from the heat and measure out 1/4 cup, 60 milliliters. The water should be ready immediately before the kettle whistles. If the tea kettle reaches a whistle, pour out the necessary 1/4 cup, 60 milliliters, and let it rest for at least 60 seconds before continuing to the next step. Simmer the water in a saucepan if you do not have a tea kettle. Do not use boiling water for the next step. Matcha is somewhat delicate, and boiling water can actually have a negative effect on the taste and nutritional quality of the tea. Whisk the water and green tea together. Pour the hot water into the green tea powder. Use a bamboo whisk to combine the two ingredients until smooth, forming a paste like green tea base for your latte. There should be no lumps remaining when you finish whisking these two ingredients together. While bamboo whisks are the most conventional tool to use when preparing matcha drinks, you could also use a standard metal whisk if necessary. Similarly, a handheld frother would also combine the water and green tea powder effectively. Heat the milk and sugar. Pour the milk into a small saucepan and add sugar or honey, if desired. Place the saucepan on the stove over medium heat and warm it until bubbles start to form around the edges. Like the water, you should not allow the milk to reach a full boil. The milk should only reach a mild simmer. If you're checking with a thermometer, the ideal temperature is about 150 degrees Fahrenheit, 65 degrees Celsius. 3. You can use nearly any type of milk for this recipe, including whole milk, low-fat milk, non-fat milk, and non-dairy alternatives, almond milk, soy milk, coconut milk, etc. You can also use half and half. Note, however, that milks lower in fat may not produce as much foam. Froth the milk, if desired. To create a foamy latte, submerge a handheld milk frother into the warm milk and switch it on. Run the frother for about 30 seconds, or as needed to create your desired level of foam. Dip the frother just beneath the surface of the milk to concentrate the process at the surface and produce more foam. If you do not have a frother, vigorously whisking the milk using a standard metal whisk will also produce foam. Using a whisk will take longer than using a frother, though. You can technically skip this step altogether, but doing so will result in a latte that lacks an initial layer of froth. Pour the milk into the green tea. Slowly pour the hot foamy milk into the mug of green tea. Stir carefully to combine. Use a stirring rod or spoon to combine the milk with the green tea base. Stir gently to avoid destroying the upper layer of foam. If you did not froth the milk prior to adding it, you can whisk the green tea and milk together instead of stirring them. Doing so should also create a thin layer of foam on top of your latte. Enjoy! The green tea latte is finished and ready to drink. Consider garnishing the latte with an additional sprinkle of matcha or a drizzle of honey.